inspired performance. First with the bat, and then in the field.
This is Shamim Hussain.
Bangladesh's bowlers build on the momentum as Sri Lanka's batting collapsed. It's 1-1 and the series is set for the grand finale in Colombo. A very, very warm welcome. The series is beautifully poised. It's 1-1 and all to play for both teams. With Bangladesh trying hard to salvage something out of this game, and let's show you how the series have panned out. Sri Lanka winning the test series. Well, they had a very good one-day series. Bangladesh drawing it and then eventually losing the third game. And now here for the third and final game at the R. Premadasa International Stadium. Sri Lanka winning the first game and Bangladesh winning the second. And it's all to play for both teams. And Bangladesh, they will be very keen to try and just salvage something out of this tour as they approach this game. I have Shamim Chowdhury with me. Shamim, first and foremost, you must be very, very pleased with the way Bangladesh played in that last game.
Absolutely. Good evening, Roshan. Yeah, the manner in which they came back, a couple of points that you've got to remember. They were down and out early on. They came back, scored 177, which was massive, and the captain led from the front. Another thing they did, which they don't normally do, is going for the jugular in the second innings. When early wickets fell for Sri Lanka, that's when they didn't loosen their grip. They really tightened it and ensured that it was a massive win. And it was the second highest win in terms of runs in T20 International. So absolutely fantastic.
How crucial was that Litton-Shamim partnership?
It was worth watching over and over again, because the way they complemented each other. Shamim Hussain is very compact kind of player, but he's got a lot of power. And add the Litton Kumar Das's strokes, such free-flowing. When Litton gets going, you know what kind of a classy batsman he is. And Bangladesh have really missed his services in the recent past. And what a time to click just before the finale here at the Premadasa. All to play for. And this is, and they'll take good memories from the one-day win at this ground a short while earlier. So Bangladesh just ticking the right boxes at the right time.
Yeah, certainly they are ticking, no doubt indeed. And well, we all know that the toss is so important. Well, teams, they love to, make those early calls. And Russell Arnold is out there with the two captains and the match referee. What a tremendous fight back it was from Bangladesh, which has now set up a grand finish to this series as well as Bangladesh's tour of Sri Lanka. Now to start off the third T20 International, out here with me, Sri Lanka's captain, Charita Salanka, Bangladesh's captain, Litton Kumar Das, and our match referee, Andy Pycroft, are out here. Charit will spin the coin. Head! And again. Charit, what will you be doing and the reasons for that?
We are going to bat first here because they just want to put some good score on the board and defend it.
Your thoughts on having to chase down here?
It's not bad wicket. It's look good in the both sides as well.
Tell us about how you feel after that game in Dambulla.
Definitely feel good because we need that game to win for Bangladesh, and that's give us a little bit confidence regarding this match.
I'll have to ask you the same thing, contrasting feelings. I'm sure. How are you going to address that?
Yeah, definitely it was slightly a big defeat for us from our point of view. Just want to get to our basics well and start well in here.
So have you made any changes to the team?
Yeah, there are two changes. Dinesh Chandimal and Kamil Mendes comes in for Avishka Fernando and Cham Karam.
And your team?
Two changes. Sheikh Mehdi comes after a long time. Mehdi Miraj not playing, and Saifuddin not playing, Shakib playing.
Well, guys, all to play for, so good luck.
Thank you very much.
Well, there you go. Sri Lanka have won the toss. They've decided to bat first. Well, two changes each in both teams. First, take a look at the Sri Lankan side. They're batting first. Interesting changes for Sri Lanka. Dinesh Chandimal coming back after a very, very long time to T20I cricket, and also Kamil Mendes batting at number 6. So those are the two changes for Sri Lanka. So they've strengthened their batting, and also a bit of depth as far as Kamil Mendes is concerned with his ambidextrous bowling. And Bangladesh also has two changes.
Yes, they have, and like for like, not just in name, Mehdi Hasan Miraj being replaced by Sheikh Mehdi, and Saifuddin is going out of the team, and Tanzim Hassan Saqib to strengthen the pace bowling attack. Those are the two changes in the Bangladesh side.
Right now, the Sri Lankan captain had no hesitation in batting first when he won the toss, but we haven't still heard or seen how good this surface is. Let's join Fabrice Maroof, who took a closer look a little while earlier.
Conditions out in the middle for the decider is just perfect. Lush green outfield, capacity crowd to build, and a pitch which has not been used for a while. Taking a look at it closely, underneath I feel it's slightly dark in color. Maybe a bit of moisture from yesterday's watering or maybe even this morning, and that probably be the reason why it's slightly darker and quite tacky on top. Not too much, but enough the ball to maybe just hold on for the bat. That's something I think the batter's got to be careful. Initially, I still feel at the R. Premadasa, average score of 160-165 is a winning score. This is a series decider. Sri Lanka winning the toss, batting first, I feel is a good option. They like to bat first, get a 160 and try and defend it later on. Overall condition superb. The spinners will come into the play in the middle overs. I think whoever does well in the power plays will end up victorious.
Well, the party has already started at the R. Premadasa International Stadium. The players are out, so the umpires. Let's go across and join our first commentators, Russell Arnold and Amir Sohail.
Yeah, we're in for a treat here at the R. Premadasa Stadium, so it's a warm welcome wherever you are in the world. We're expecting a full house. They've been in full voice right throughout the evening. Kusal Mendes, well, he's going to be crucial when he scores. Sri Lanka seem to get themselves into a good position. His partner Pathum Nissanka, that's where the runs have been made for the Sri Lankans. They've struggled with, they've lost early wickets, hence how crucial this opening partnership understated. Good evening, Amir Sohail.
Good evening, Russell. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, the reason why Chandimal has been inducted into the side, they had their problems with the middle order. They have strengthened it for this game, but, you know, the decision made by the captain raised few eyebrows, because if you had listened to Maroof at the pitch report, and then you see the record of T20s played here at Premadasa, teams batting second has the highest percentage of winning the games here. Well, the captain has made this decision because their batting has been doing well while chasing. So let's see what sort of a total they're going to gather after the captain decided to bat first.
And the two good spinners, they're hoping they can choke Bangladesh out of it. Yeah, but history says otherwise here at the R. Premadasa Stadium. If we go down history again, Amir, Bangladesh have had the better of Sri Lanka here. 3 out of 4 wins in Sri Lanka have been here. Well, the countdown will be on our way. Can Sri Lanka change their fortunes here at the R. Premadasa Stadium? On the grounds across Sri Lanka, you'll be surprised. This is the Lions' Den, as we call it. T20 internationals, the win percentage very low. Shariful Islam with hammered 4. That's the start Sri Lanka needed.
When you come out as an opener and you take your guard, your nerves are frayed for a little while. What you want is to feel the ball onto the bat. And here was a long haul, was a present for the batter. This will settle the frayed nerves.
You got to make it count. That's a really poor delivery. He's got a deep point. Look, he's got all the time in the world to hit it in front. Slip awaits. Oh, lovely. Work in the deep. Shami will get to it. Long throw, Amir. They'll come back for 3. A very positive start.
Oh yes, but not a great start for Bangladesh. But how about that effort from Shamim? He's a live fire. He brings so much utility for the captain. Brilliant fielder, can score runs, important runs, and then he can rotate his arm.
Now, whatever thoughts of picking up early wickets that Ethan last had, out the window. He's gotten rid of that slip. He's got to plug that gap on the offside because the length Shoriful is bowling is a friendly length. Not getting it to swing. Therefore, it's very tough to defend. Deep square leg and the deep point are the two in the deep.
It's strange that he's looking to bowl into the pitch, Shariful. Nice to float the ball like that to be able to get some swing in the air and also deviation of the surface.
He's not happy about something. I think Shariful's wearing a watch and there's a bit of reflection coming through. Maybe it's the umpire's watch that's distracting him. The lights are on and maybe there's a bit of a reflection coming out of that.
Yeah, we've spoken about how important this is for Sri Lanka to win the series, but how about Bangladesh?
Movement, but wrong line.
Yeah, talking about Bangladesh perspectives, if they win this series, that will give them a lot of confidence because Pakistan awaits them in Bangladesh. They'll be featuring in a T20 series very soon after this series.
Bangladesh have never beaten Sri Lanka in a T20 series. Oh, brilliant work in the deep. That was Tamim. He got a hand to it, but geez, that hurts because there was enough power. Did really well to get a hand to it.
Talk about a batsman trusting the bounce and the pace in this pitch. Wasn't a half volley. Again, a bit of width offered by the left armer, and it was gleefully accepted by Kusal Mendes, and he is enjoying a good run of form. He's not going to let go of those deliveries.
But again, I mean, lot of width. In the gap, it's running away. Tanzim it is, he pulls it back. Quite big playing area we have here. The boundary's pushed back.
But the outfield for Russell is lightning quick. He wasn't able to middle the ball. The bat rotated in his hands and not much power behind that one. But look at the ball go. Challenged the fielder, didn't it?
Already a very big over. 14 off it. Uppish fielder in the deep, takes it. Shariful gets a wicket and it's a massive blow for Sri Lanka. Ridoy is the catcher.
Now this is a paddle. Once a left-arm spinner brings the ball back to you. If you clip that one, you have to make sure it goes in front of the square, not behind, because there was a fielder placed for that stroke. He went for a couple of boundaries, but as long as he keeps on picking up wickets, it's okay with the captain. A vital cog in Sri Lankan batting lineup goes for 6, 14 for 1.
Kusal Pereira at the non-strikers end. Lanka have lost that early wicket. The runs have been scored for them at the top of the order. That's a problem. And this is a pressure match. Gonna have to stand up, Kusal Pereira. Shut Mehdi Hassan, off spinner. One of the changes Bangladesh have made, and he will be opening the bowling.
He's an attacking option. Ordinary effort in the deep. Should have been only one. Plenty of noise.
It was in his art. He placed that shot really well, but I just mentioned longer boundaries.
They're talking about Kusal Pereira. He's been awfully quiet in this series. He's due for runs. Strike in the air. The placement was good. Running hard. Got them easily.
Well, Sri Lanka had a big win in the first T20 international, and the power play, they scored 83 for 1. That's their highest ever power play score. But then come to the chase, Dambulla, 37 for 4. Contrasting. There itself is the game for you. Deep square leg, deep mid wicket, the two deep wheelers.
He's got plenty. He'll place it on the offside. That's why he won't have arm delivery. This is on the line. This will help the cause of the batters.
I don't mind that though. I mean, I'll tell you why. We've got the right-hander off strike. When they saw Kusal Pereira walking in, is when they called the off-spinner to bowl. To maybe get a couple of deliveries at him, and then it's an attacking field for him if you see. He got the slip in.
We're talking about Kusal Pereira. He doesn't have a weakness against off-spinners. He enjoys a bit of room outside the off stump. Very strong, square of the wicket either side.
Oh yes! How about that? Sri Lanka have lost a second.
What an inspiring inclusion. This one. Mehdi Sheikh. Inclusion raised quite a few eyebrows. What you called it right, Russell? There was no commitment behind that stroke. Played from the crease, angle bad, and the job done. Bangladesh got the stranglehold. They are in control. Sri Lanka 19 for 2. It was a short stay for Kusal Pereira. Another failure. 19 for 2.
$19 for 2, and it's Dinesh Chandimal who has come in. One of the changes that Sri Lanka have made. Strike rate, well, around 103. And he's playing after more than 3 years. He's off the mark straight away. This could be tight. Oh, they're excited. Bangladesh. All the fielders square of the wicket. They think they have their men. They have the best view too.
Oh, they're showing a lot of commitment, Bangladeshis.
Run out. Give me the best side on angle, please. Yeah, keep rolling. Okay. Okay, come back at me. Yeah, as soon as weight is ground, this is where we put something put down, the rotation for the grand screen.
Slightly better throw, and Sri Lanka would have been 3 down. The dive saves Nisanka. It's 21 for 2. Ooh, that was so close. Dinesh Chandimal, so keen, so eager to get off strike, get those runs, and I thought they had their man slightly better throw, and this man back in the pavilion.
But it was a time dive which saved Nisanka. He was the one who was pushing for two. Scurried through and got home. Wow, what a combination going on out there in the middle. Punches are being thrown by the Bangladeshis. They are for this game.
And why not? After a performance like they were able to stitch together in Dambul, and a start like this, you've got to build. Your energy levels will skyrocket. Pathum Nisanka, since 2024, in T20 internationals, the good length delivery seems to be dismissing him a lot, and bowlers do tend to hit that length. Now this is Kusal Pereira, slight deviation.
It just held the line, that delivery. And it was a nothing stroke from Kusal Pereira. Some able batters, but that was surprising, that effort from them.
Front of square, a lot of work for Ridoy. Staring after it, he gets there. Just the two. And trying to get that ball off a good length is always a risk, and I reckon that's why Nisanka's been falling so many times. That length, very effective length, but a bowler in T20s has to be brave to stick to it, isn't it?
Well, you got to, especially with the fact Nisanka hasn't been moving his back leg efficiently, and that's why he finds himself in trouble often than not. But it has been a good start from him.
Is it that well? Tanzim, Saqib. Oh, he's made a meal of it. Initially, I didn't think he'll get near it, but he did. Hands in the wrong place, Shami.
Well, there was an opportunity, but one has to question Nisanka's thinking over there. The bowler is looking to take the ball away from the right-hander towards slips. What's the point in hitting the ball against that movement? Very lucky to survive. Very lucky, Nisanka.
Here's how many chances that run out. This one was also so close. It's nicked his finger. Let him get off onto that. Sri Lanka have strengthened their batting here. Dinesh Chandimal coming in for Avishka Fernando. And further down the order, coming to Mendes. Brought in for Chamika Karunaratne.
Yeah, but you have to give all the credit to fielder Tanzim, who tried his level best but wasn't able to judge the flight of the ball. Ran himself over, had to peer over his shoulder at the last moment, and that's why he wasn't able to catch that one.
Oh! Another chance almost, but what an effort by Mustafizur. That was flying. Geez, this is great stuff from Bangladesh. They haven't got their man, but this is really good efforts.
Well, the luck is on Sri Lankan side at the moment. In a span of 6 deliveries, 3 opportunities went begging. Another good effort, that kind of a chance, but it sticks.
You really can't catch that phase. One of those, you'll have to say the ball has to catch you. It's got to be ball caught Mustafizur. That was flying, but a great effort. Well, he gets in deep point, the deep mid-wicket goes out. He'll have to bowl straight at Pathum Nisanka. Oh, another attempt. Didn't need to do that though. I don't think Pathum Nisanka would have been short on that occasion. 3 overs bowled, 28 for 2. The two Kusals are the ones dismissed. Nisanka, Chandimal, they're lucky to be out there. Now, Bangladesh need to guard against getting too excited. Got to hold your nerve. Keep going through your processes. Here's Mustafizur. Oh, bit of extra bounce. He got that through.
What is he looking to do? Nisanka. He's got to play this innings with a clear mindset. Look to improvise with the first delivery. As a batter, need to know what the bowler is looking to do, and then you should think of improvising.
Oh, he wants to, he'll get it. That's good running. Well, good length we were talking about. Very effective against Pathum Nisanka. Because he'll try shots like that to get the bowler off the length that he wants to hit. And hence, it's risky. A lot of bowlers sticking to that length have reaped rewards.
Now he has to learn to use his back leg. He has to learn to take it across.
Hacking across the line. Been trying to go towards mid-wicket all the while, Pathum Nisanka.
Well, one thing Chandimal brings to the table is his ability to handle every kind of a situation. It's not the first time he's been exposed to such a situation. He's one player who doesn't wither away. In fact, he rebelled. Chandimal
Throws the kitchen sink at it. It's not smooth for the Sri Lankans. They're actually huffing and puffing, trying to break free, trying to win the power play, let's say. Been around for a long time, Dinesh Chandimal. As of late, he's kind of rediscovered himself in T20 cricket, earned his stripes, making a comeback. Here's an opportunity to seal that number 4 position, because Sri Lanka have been struggling to strengthen that middle order.
Yeah, he can hold the helm without any doubt, Chandimal. And that's why they have flocked in to see Sri Lanka play better cricket than Bangladesh.
Bangladesh should be aware, another wicket or two, they're deep into Sri Lanka's batting, and that's the way to restrict the opposition. He's got that fine. Saqib does really well this time. So just the 5 runs off the 4, 33 for 2, Sri Lanka.
Brilliant start for Bangladesh. They dismissed Kusal Mendis and Kusal Pereira. Very quick time. Sanka 22, Chandimal in after almost 3 years. Sheikh nearly had a wicket. Wicket of Kusal Pereira. Well, Sri Lanka needs a partnership here. If that's stating the obvious, they need to have a stable foundation and then maybe look to try and roll. But at this stage, it's a tough ball. Good evening, Favis Maru.
Kiri Roshan, evening everyone. Little Kumar Das has a lot of trust on Sheikh Mehdi. To bowl an off-spinner in a power play when the two right-handers are trying to up the ante by scoring bigger. Captain to trust an off-spinner shows the amount of skill Sheikh Mehdi has. I think so far it's even Stevens. Sri Lanka losing 2 wickets. These two batters in the middle, Chandimal and Nisanga, trying to build up a partnership at the moment, 15 or 15. Harakha Roshan, we are in for a great treat.
So it's been not easy for the Sri Lankan batters. Has set a boundary for 22 deliveries. And this is a fairly simple chance. Should be taken. Yes, Chandimal goes. It's Zakir Ali, the catcher. Looked to go over the top. The one that's went with the arm. It was sliding, it bounced. Chandimal looking for the slog sweep. Top edge. And a fairly simple catch.
Fall stroke. That was deep within place, a deep square leg, and Chandimal trying to bisect probably the mid-wicket square leg, the gap, or
আসসালামু আলাইকুম বাংলাদেশ এবং প্রবাসী ভাইরা এজেন্টের ঝামেলা ছাড়াই আপনি নিজে উইথড্র নিজে ডিপোজিট করতে পারবেন বাজে নাই এখানে 1 থেকে 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে উইথড্র ডিপোজিট ক্লিয়ার পাবেন এবং নিজেই আইডি খুলতে পারবেন তাই দেরি কেন ফার্স্ট কমেন্টে আমাদের পিন করা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নাম্বার আছে ওখানে যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন এবং আপনি পৃথিবীর যে কোনো কান্ট্রি থেকে আমাদের বাজে নাইনে বেট করতে পারবেন এবং আমাদের রেফার করে আইডি খুললে আপনি ফার্স্ট ডিপোজিটে 20% বোনাস পেয়ে যাচ্ছেন এবং অল টাইম বোনাস 5% পেয়ে যাচ্ছেন তাই দেরি কেন দ্রুত আমাদের পিন করা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নাম্বারে যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন এবং আপনার অ্যামাউন্ট যত বড় হোক না কেন 1 থেকে 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে আপনি উইথড্র করে নিতে পারেন বিকাশ নগদ রকেট এবং ব্যাংক অ্যাকাউন্টের মাধ্যমে করে নিতে পারবেন
Well, he comes in at a very tough time for Sri Lanka, challenging time for Charita Sri Lanka. Has a lot of repair work to be done. The strike rate is good, average, hovering around that 25 mark. Well, tell you what, Bangladesh lost the toss. Sri Lanka batting first, and haven't they done well, Bangladesh? This man Mehdi, Sheikh Mehdi in the side for Mehdi Hasan Miraj. He's got 2 wickets already. He's got to slip in. And as you said, Maha, brave move to bowling in the power plays, and he's certainly repaid that fate.
as a skipper, you work with your gut. Little Kumar Das scoring runs in the last game. They've given him that little confidence, and straight away thought, right, why not take a risk in the power play? And Chandimal said, that was, I would say, a shocking shot. Deep in place, deep square in place, and still playing a slop sweep rather than going down towards long on or long off would have been a better option.
Didn't get a single, just 1 run and a wicket. 5 overs done, 34 for 3. Nisanga has been the only player to get amongst the runs, 23 of the 34. The 3 batters dismissed were single-digit scores. Nisanga on strike, Mustafiz. Played away with a bit of pace on the first delivery, a single. Another look at that Chandimal dismissal.
Pace on by Mustafiz. I'm not too sure where he was trying to go. Ball was nowhere near to play that shot. It's a top edge, an easy catch. As a batter making a comeback after so long, I think at number 4 the role is different. Especially when you lose the 2 Kusals, Mendes and Pereira. Number 4 batter played an anchor role. Which Sri Lanka missed out in the first couple of games. Chandimal had an ideal platform. Hit at 14, about 35 deliveries. That's exactly would have been the plan coming into this game. But probably off spinner bowling in a power play. the ego would have been an issue. That's a good bouncer. Right on the money. Mustafiz, he has got some fire in his belly. 135, the first delivery to battle. And this was right on the money, Roshan.
Yep, good pace, surprised him on the glove. That was a good bouncer, really surprised him. Look at Asalanka, took his eyes off, fended away. Very, very lucky that it fell in no man's land again. Just look at that hit position, just taking his eyes off, gloves up.
$37 for 4 in the power play in the double game. 36 for 3 at the moment. In the air, evades him short wicket fielder Rishad Hussain. Playing fire with fire at the moment, the Sri Lankans. Highlight so far. Salman Isagot was very unlucky. Timed it well, but only found the fielder behind square. Ridoy, Kusal Pera rather casual. It was a close chance where Tatum Nisanta's dive made him come through. Rakib dropped the catch as well as Mustafiz. That I thought Mustafiz saved 3 runs there. And finally, it was Dinesh Chandimal's whistle. It's all happening in the first 5.3 overs. Plenty of actions.
Yeah, Bangladesh will be very pleased. They'll be the happier of the two teams. They got just what they wanted. It's just 2 boundaries in the innings so far. So a boundary has been long time coming. 30 balls. That's how well Bangladesh has bowled. Strangled the Sri Lankan batting.
Yeah, excellent. 13 dot deliveries in 5.4 overs in the power play is excellent. Usually the batting side like to maximize. The last 2 games to Sri Lanka is the other way around. They're losing so much wickets.
Again, this time behind square leg. Good fielding, I'll tell you what. They would have missed a few chances, but I can tell you that they have been throwing themselves around on the field. They have given a very, very good display of outfielding. This man in particular, I remember the way he fielded in that last game, and even here.
They almost overran it, Shamim Hussain. Had to get the left hand out rather than the right hand. Good presence of mind, plenty of confidence going into this game. And certainly will be an important play in this game as well. And we chase down a score later on in the evening.
Right to the fielder. Pace off that time. 6 overs done, 40 for 3. Let's look at what Sri Lanka has in this game in terms of runs and strike rates, experience. Hasan Shanaka has played more than 100 games. He's the most experienced of the lot. Tanzim, Hasan Sakib, economy of just under 9, but bowled well. 1 run rate, under 7 runs and over. That's because Sri Lanka has lost wickets. Asalanka. Right, Sri Lanka. Asalanka, there is just looking to play it away on the offside. And timing.
I like to see Tanzim Hassan Shaki, from Bangladesh perspective, be aggressive. During the test matches, the ODIs he played, whenever he was aggressive, he was really good, running in hard with their card. And looking at how he was set up here, Richard Kumar asked, if he gets tactically right, we should be asking Tanzim Hassan Shaki to bowl quick and make it uncomfortable for that, especially Charita Asalanka, who's not a fluent starter. They have still got Rishad Hussain as well. That's been, I feel he'll enjoy bowling in this pitch much more.
Govinda Mendes in the side, should run at number 6. Will be called upon to bowl his spin. A magnificent crowd, I'll tell you. We told it was a sellout crowd, but we still have few open spaces, few seats. Short delivery. Riding the bounce, hitting it down.
The ball into his field, Shakib. He had mid-wicket, deep squarely to long on. Go back to Nissanka. Mid on in the circle. The length has to be short. The crowd has not disappointed. Up in Pallakale, a sellout. Up in Dambulla was a sellout. Colombo has not disappointed either. Certainly will be hoping Sri Lanka puts up a much better show. Try and get to 150, 160. I don't think they should be targeting 180. This pace I can get 160. A couple of wickets of domination the power play. You are in for the game. If not, with the confidence of the visiting sides, batting well, fielding well, a lot of energy for the bowlers also. Bangladesh will fancy their chances.
I think Sri Lanka will want to bat the first 10 to 12 overs with a little bit of caution. If this pair can get that far, that should be the plan, at least up to about the 12th over, 12th to the 13th over. And with wickets, if they have wickets at that stage, then the plan will be different. But it's about getting through that phase. Bangladesh on their part is looking to bowl those dots, looking for wickets. They've succeeded, but this is safe. Mid on in the circle. And Patu Nissanka, not afraid to go over the top. And first boundary for Sri Lanka after 6 overs.
The previous delivery Tanzim bowled to Batum Nissanka, the length was right, was near the helmet. This occasion is still short, but set up beautifully. Mid on in the circle, you're playing with risk with Batum Nissanka, trying to find a boundary. Since before that boundary, 35 deliveries without it. Excellent shot by Batum.
They get a single, makes it 8 of the over. 7 down, Sri Lanka, 48 for 3. Colombo by night in the background. Beautiful sight, no doubt. 48 for 3, however, doesn't blend into the picture. Sri Lanka struggling now. Sheikh Mehdi has bowled 2 overs, 2 for 8. He's bowled brilliantly. Oh, that time misread the length, went on to the back foot. That's good bowling.
Don't think Batum Nissanka anticipated the ball to turn. The pace that Sheikh Mehdi bowls quite quick, but the last delivery did grip as well as this.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম বাংলাদেশ এবং প্রবাসী ভাইরা, এজেন্টের ঝামেলা ছাড়াই আপনি নিজে উইড্রো নিজে ডিপোজিট করতে পারবেন বাজে নাই না। এখানে 1 থেকে 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে উইড্রো ডিপোজিট ক্লিয়ার পাবেন এবং নিজেই আইডি খুলতে পারবেন। তাই দেরি কেন, ফার্স্ট কমেন্টে আমাদের পিন করা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নাম্বার আছে, ওখানে যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন এবং পৃথিবীর যে কোনো কান্ট্রি থেকে আমাদের বাজে নাই না বেট করতে পারবেন এবং আমাদের রেফার করে আইডি খুললে আপনি ফার্স্ট ডিপোজিটিভে 20% বোনাস পেয়ে যাচ্ছেন এবং অল টাইম বোনাস 5% পেয়ে যাচ্ছেন। তাই দেরি কেন, দ্রুত আমাদের পিন করা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নাম্বারে যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন এবং আপনার অ্যামাউন্ট যত বড় হোক না কেন 1 থেকে 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে আপনি উইথড্র করে নিতে পারেন। বিকাশ, নগদ, রকেট এবং ব্যাংক অ্যাকাউন্টের মাধ্যমে করে নিতে পারবেন।
9 dots into his 3rd over.
Also, Roshan, I did mention that in my pitch report that maybe a bit of moisture underneath looks dark in color. That's one reason why the spinners are getting to turn. 3 spinners, Jeffrey Vanderse for Sri Lanka, Rishad Hussain from Bangladesh, they all fancy their chances. Oh, bowling! That was a corker. Done enough to dismiss Charita Sri Lanka, but inspiration when it comes to the off-spinner coming into the side and taking 2 big wickets.
Cleaned him up with an absolute peach of a delivery. Just take a look at this. Ball quickly. Just turned enough. Didn't turn a lot. But it's the line and just top of the off stump. Sri Lanka's speed going nowhere. Brilliant length. That was 95. The pace And Sri Lanka into the 8th over. 49 for 4. The captain goes for 3 of 8 deliveries. It was a struggle. 49 for 4. Well, he's bowling to a left-hander yet again. Sheikh Mehdi has been outstanding. 3 for 9. Kamil Mendis has had his struggles in the T20 format. An average of under 20. He's not happy. He's definitely not happy, Sanat Jayasuriya. The crowd's gone quiet. Why not? They turned up in their numbers expecting Sri Lanka come up with a special effort, but so far it's been Bangladesh. 2 balls in the over, slip in. Starts off well.
I like this move by Nitin Kumar Das, having long on also, trying to save a single. 5 fielders in the circle with a slip in place. This was a super delivery. A dream delivery for any off spinner. Charita Sri Lanka playing for the ball. Goes with the arm. That just turned enough. As they say, doesn't have turned big, just enough. Wide delivery brings the 50 up for Sri Lanka.
Got the feeling that Charita Sri Lanka was playing for some turn. He did. Maybe 10, playing for the angle. Brilliant over again. He's bowled 3 overs, 3 for 11. 8 done, 51 for 4.
After 8 overs, that is a sight for Bangladeshi supporters. 4 Sri Lankan batters back in the pavilion. Pensive faces here. Bangladesh in control is Shamim Hussain. But a lone wicket in his T20 career. I tell you what, he's coming at a time when the Sri Lankans will be very apprehensive of the approach.
Yeah, this move has potential because there is a bit of grip for the spinners here. And starting off with the delivery, tempting the batsman outside the off stump with a bit of loop. Not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea at all. This time he does manage to get the towing of the bat, get a single. It's difficult times here for the Sri Lankan batters, but a lot of people coming in eager anticipation that their team will do well and bring themselves out from that hole they dug for themselves in Dambulla.
Now this man, Atul Nissanka, holds the key from here on. He's the one who can actually take his side to safety. Hit, and hit it well for a boundary. This is good batting from Nissanka.
I think it was a hit by ball. Just the length was simple enough for him. Just rocked back ever so slightly. And you see that length, no real turn. It was there, easy to pick out an area where no chance for a fielder to get to it. Very well controlled shot.
Yeah, he just started his over, a couple of deliveries, and then he went for his variety. He wasn't able to land it in the right area. Hold that seam up, help the cause of the batter, up from Nissanka.
Beauty for Shamim Nas to keep it tight. And that's a good delivery. He's just not trying to turn the ball. Just keeping that top spinner going. The arm ball. Wants to finish with a dot. That would be marvelous. Oh, it's uppish, but only going to get him 1 run. The 6 runs from that 9th over, 57 for 4.
You win the toss, decide to bat first, and then you find yourself in such a position. Not a great beginning. Or how about Bangladesh performance in this one? Rashad Hussain has been introduced, and Chaudhary sir, you must be very happy with what you have seen so far.
Indeed, Amir. Here's a guy who can really extract some perches, but it's just a single into the deep. You're absolutely right. Ideal time. There's been some perches. We saw Jet Mehdi getting turned just enough sometimes. Goes down the left side. Rashad will float the ball in. Just thinking about what Jet Mehdi has been able to achieve with his off spinners. Oh, that's up in the air, but luckily didn't quite make it to Shariful in the deep.
Well, the pressure does so many things. It was a rank full toss. Into Mendes, who's an able batter, wasn't able to control that. Things are ticking by. This innings hasn't got the momentum. That's a good hit. Indeed a good hit. Brilliant effort, but in vain.
Yes, in vain, but the crowd likes it, and there's something for them to cheer about. But he did cover a lot of ground. Inside out, that was with a little bit of turn. That's a lovely looking shot, quality shot. And the sparing dive, just couldn't hold it in.
You should have said marvelous shot.
Was a marvelous shot. Amir, no question about that. That's what Sri Lanka will need now. The more of them. Oh, really? Now I think he feels that he's got his man. That was a swift piece of stumping by Lidon Kumar Das.
Was he overbalanced, Nissanka?
Give the umpire to director. We have a umpire referral for a stumping. I've checked the feed. It's a fair delivery. Please start with the side on. Hold it. Hold it back, please. Eman, can you zoom that please? Can you zoom that in? Zoom it. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Establish whether the boot is in the air. Yeah, roll it. Yeah, the boot is grounded, clearly grounded. And I have a t-shirt for the giant screen.
Well, relief. Not out goes up on the big screen here, much to the relief and delight of the Sri Lankan supporters, but it really drew him out. That would have been prize wicket. Now backs away, short, asking to be punished, but I think he could have done a little better.
Yeah, Pathum Nissanka did well to recover quickly. He was slightly overbalanced, but since he was playing with a decent stride in, was able to recover, but he is being an absolutely brilliant inclusion into the side. Handshake.
Now it's controlled, straighter, didn't try to hit it too hard. Going for the second run, throw is a little wide. Wow, how cheeky was that from Richard? Back flicking it and hitting the stumps. 10 overs have been completed. It's 6-6 for 4. Tobin Nissanka in all the partnerships has kept on losing partners at the other end. There's really no one really getting started, building up a major partnership. That has been the problem.
But full credit to the Bangladeshi, and especially this man, how well he has bowled. He has removed both the left-handers. He's indeed jubilant. All smiles at the moment. Bangladesh management and the supporters.
Musa Mushtaq Ahmed, so Mohammad Salahuddin, assistant coach, very pleased with what has transpired. Astute decision by the think tank and including Kakmadi in place of India's Mirat, which raised a few eyebrows at the start of the game. What a return he has given to Bangladesh. He has not allowed Sri Lankan batters to flourish, kept them in check. Some excellent bowling. This is the first one. Just a half-pop shot. And the slice, no one's going to miss that. 3 fielders offered, one took it gracefully. And this was a jumper. Just a hint to turn, leading the forward front.
Why would a spinner turn a ball a mile if you can do the job with 4 inches of turn? And that's what we have seen this evening from the off spinner. Enough turn, beat the bat.
Amir in the second T20, after 10 overs, Sri Lanka was 6-7 for 4. Very, very similar situation. They do not want to repeat what happened in that game. They really want to come out fighting. Oh, again. Not quite sure of the shot, not quite sure of the turn. Leighton says impacting outside, so not going to bother about going upstairs for a review.
Isn't it surprising from the Sri Lankan batters?
আসসালামু আলাইকুম। বাংলাদেশ এবং প্রবাসী ভাইরা, এজেন্টের ঝামেলা ছাড়াই আপনি নিজে উইড্রো নিজে ডিপোজিট করতে পারবেন, বাজে নেয় না। এখানে 1 থেকে 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে উইড্রো ডিপোজিট ক্লিয়ার পাবেন এবং নিজেই আইডি খুলতে পারবেন। ফার্স্ট কমেন্টে আমাদের পিন করা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নাম্বার আছে, ওখানে আপনি যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন। এবং আপনি পৃথিবীর যে কোনো কান্ট্রি থেকে আমাদের বাজে নেয় বেট করতে পারবেন। এবং আমাদের রেফার কোডে আইডি খুললে আপনি ফার্স্ট ডিপোজিটে 20% বোনাস পেয়ে যাচ্ছেন এবং অল টাইম বোনাস 5% পেয়ে যাচ্ছেন। দেরি কেন, দ্রুত আমাদের পিন করা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নাম্বারে যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন এবং আপনার অ্যামাউন্ট যত বড় হোক না কেন 1 থেকে 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে আপনি উইথড্র করে নিতে পারেন। বিকাশ, নগদ, রকেট এবং ব্যাংক অ্যাকাউন্টের মাধ্যমে করে নিতে পারবেন।
Is on fire, destroying the Sri Lankan batting here. Pathum Nissanka, 46 he scored. It's 6-6 for 5. Sri Lanka in a heap of trouble. Starting to bat, Chanaka comes in. He will be very, very apprehensive. The manner in which Bangladeshi bowlers have dominated this match will be a lot of butterflies in his stomach. Well, that's hurried on that one, which was a quicker one.
There were eyebrows raised and people were asking why Mehdi Hasan Miraj. Mehdi Hasan Miraj has been sat out in this game. Now you got the answer. He was doing a decent job with the ball, Miraj, but he wasn't picking up wickets. But here, Adi Sheikh, not only 1, 2, 3, has picked up 4 wickets.
Not ball, and he finishes his quota 4 for 11. Sheikh Mehdi, and that's a wicket maiden to top it on. The best bowling figures for him in T20 internationals is 66 for 5. Just reiterating the fact that Sheikh Mehdi Hasan, 4 for 11, his best figures. Prior to this, 4 for 13 was his best figure against the West Indies in Kingston in 2024.
Yeah, it was a aforementioned, and that is surprising not to see the Sri Lankan batters using their feet. Once again, played from the crease, a bit of grip for the off spinner, and that worked. Not only for the off spinner, but for Bangladesh. They are in charge of this game.
Sure, and got rid of the man who threatened. Oh, that's a nice little sweep. Seems that the placement of the field has been excellent by Liton Kumar Dash. And the bowlers are bowling to their field. It's very good to see the support given to the bowlers.
It's all about responding to the calls of the captain, and that's what we have seen throughout this evening. Apart from the first over, a couple of boundaries were scored, but he redeemed himself. The left-arm fast bowler, dutiful by picking up wicket of Kusal Mendes. Oh, inside edge. Very lucky. Very lucky. Could have gone anywhere.
Could have gone anywhere for sure. Just backing away, gets the inside edge. And just rushing onto his boot and deflecting away. He thought he had another one there. His eyes, expectation. Loads one up, intelligent bowling. Definitely mixing it up.
A lot of positive energy out there in the middle, shown by the Bangladeshis. They're up for the challenge.
Going through the overs very quickly, hardly any runs coming. Not allowing the batters to settle down. Now a little change in the field for the right-hander. Slip in position. Liton Marshall and the scoops. Oh, again, very tentative little prop. Not in absolute control.
Nervy times for these two batters out there in the middle. It's an arduous situation. Swept. Running hard. But the ball is going to win. It's 73 for 5 Sri Lanka.
Current rate 122. Well, the way the pitch is playing, 140, 145, you could have a chance. Rasun Shanaka is going to be the key. What a match. He hits it twice, in fact. That's what takes it away from Mustafizur. Would they have appeal for that, Roshan? In the ball twice?
Not intentional, so I don't think so.
Oh, what a hit. That's six. Coming to Mendes. He loves that length.
And they need a few of those. They need to break free, but it's quite a long walk for them. But a good ball shot. In fact, that's the first six for Sri Lanka. Ball into the pitch. Coming to Mendes loves it there. Didn't bounce as much. Perfectly done.
Done really well so far, Bangladesh. Oh, how about that? In the gap again, it's running away. Jafar Ali can't get there, so just the over. Sri Lankans need it.
Yeah, they need a big over. And they also need a partnership. At the moment, 17 of 11. Numedu Mendes gets inside the line and that tipped on him. Beautifully done, those strong wrists working through the cricket.
Must have went from 8. 6 bowlers have been used and Eddie Hassan, brilliant spell. He's bowled out. 4 for 11 for him. This will be another couple. Really, really good stuff from Bangladesh. Sri Lanka's last cricket nice pair, Roshan. Jeffrey Vandersay at number 8. Really does not encourage fans. There's Mahesh Deekshana, Nuwan Tushara, and Binro Fernando. So this is the pair needs to try and get Sri Lanka to that 141. Give the bowlers a chance or something to bowl at. There is a bit of grip. Hence, you have to consider yourself in the game.
Yeah, it's about how much they will finally end up with. That's the question. So at the moment, I'm not sure whether they are even looking at a target. It's about batting for a little bit longer into the 13th over. This pair will want to kind of have a base. Rasun Shanaka is someone who can score runs quickly, but he needs to get in. He's just in. He's made 5 of 6. So as you said, this will have to be the decisive partnership.
Biggest partnership of the innings for Sri Lanka. 20 of 13. But what a flyer they were off to. First 5 balls, they were on to 14 with Pratham Nissanka and Kusal Mendes cracking the ball through the covers. At 6th delivery, the wicket fell. Longer boundaries, Roshan. It's not easy to clear, and that seems to be causing a bit of a problem. There's that first over. 14 off it and a wicket. Here again, 14 off it. There's one more. Will be 15, so it becomes the biggest over of the innings so far. 13 bowled, 88 for 5. We're looking at the 2 big overs, but in there's a wicket made. That Eddie Hassan responsible for that over. The off-spin of Shamim Hussain Patwari. Gone! He gets a wicket! That was a sharp catch, and it's Saqib who plucks it out of the air.
Well, outstanding stuff by Bangladesh, but I can tell you that nothing seemed to be going right for Sri Lanka. For a moment, I think coming to Mendes would have thought that he got the middle of the bat. Sharp chance, as you said. Just needed a bit of elevation. Didn't have it. Coming to Mendes after a promising 21. Out. Caught by Tanzim. It's 88 for 6.
A lot of batting to do, Jeffrey Van der Say. Well, he'd better battle and bat to the 20th over. He got 10 innings in T20 internationals, average of 14, strike rate. Number 8, Jeffrey Van der Say. This is only the second time. The first was in Dabula. The mark straight away. That could be 4. Oh, they've been good fielding. They've been quick across the grass as well. Well, the idea is right. Try and put pressure on the
আসসালামু আলাইকুম বাংলাদেশ এবং প্রবাসী ভাইরা এজেন্টের ঝামেলা ছাড়াই আপনি নিজে উইড্রো নিজে ডিপোজিট করতে পারবেন বাজে নাই না এখানে 1 থেকে 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে উইড্রো ডিপোজিট ক্লিয়ার পাবেন এবং নিজেই আইডি খুলতে পারবেন তাই দেরি কেন ফার্স্ট কমেন্টে আমাদের পিন করা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নাম্বার আছে ওখানে আপনি যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন এবং আপনি পৃথিবীর যে কোনো কান্ট্রি থেকে আমাদের বাজে নাইনে বেট করতে পারবেন এবং আমাদের রেফার করে আইডি খুললে আপনি ফার্স্ট ডিপোজিটে 20% বোনাস পেয়ে যাচ্ছেন এবং অল টাইম বোনাস 5% পেয়ে যাচ্ছেন তাই দেরি কেন দ্রুত আমাদের পিন করা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নাম্বারে যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন এবং আপনার অ্যামাউন্ট যত বড় হোক না কেন 1 থেকে 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে আপনি উইথড্র করে নিতে পারেন বিকাশ নগদ রকেট এবং ব্যাংক অ্যাকাউন্টের মাধ্যমে করে নিতে পারবেন
This field. Very full it was.
Well, I can tell you what, Bangladesh has been outstanding today, and everything they seem to touch as bowlers have turned gold. Well, everything they have done have come good. Sheikh Mehdi has been outstanding. Now you see the off spinner, Shamim getting a wicket, Shariful getting that important wicket in the very first over. Well, that's the reaction of the crowd. They're obviously very disappointed.
Got it in the gap. There should be 2 here. Oh, Van der Say doesn't want it. Luckily he called early. Whatever runs Van der Say helps. That's from Shanaka make from here. Help him bowl. You need runs on the board. Get out there and maybe spin a web around the opposition. The last 5 years, T20 internationals played it. Batting first has won only twice. Batting second 9 times. Mentioned like night matches, we mentioned the decision not have gone against history. It's 92 for 6. Lambo pretty much quiet this evening because everyone's here at the stadium at the R. Premadas packed house. 6 overs to go. They're looking for a fight back from this pair. Shanaka. There's a slip in place.
I think in this man, Rashad Hussain, Bangladesh has unearthed a really quality player. Love the pacey balls. Excellent areas. Pushes it through quickly, never easy to get to him. And also gets a lot of turn, a lot of revs on the ball. He's conceded 17 so far, but I think it's very impressive. Even the way he bowled in Dabula was so good. And somebody who can win a lot of games for Bangladesh, that's for sure.
A good wrist spinner. Always valuable. Oh, gets past it, and he gets it to turn at pace. Most wickets in T20I since 2024. Actually, overall, in fact. Sharp turn. He's a tall lad and he bowls it into the pitch.
The umpire director, we have a reference for us stumping. I check the field, they are delivering things in the west side. A footage bounder, with the wickets are broken. I have a decision from Jan screen.
Anderson is still there. Oh, Rishabh Hussain has 44 wickets at 14.9. Arshdeep Singh of India is in second place along with Anil Hasaranga, 40 wickets each. Average is of course slightly better and they've played less games than Hussain.
Like the pace he bowls. His slowest delivery has been in the mid-80s, 86, but generally quick, 89, 90, and turns it quickly, as you said. Also gets that dip. You saw two batters being dragged forward and beaten.
Lanka batted second, Warning Palekali batted second, lost Chudeva as it collapsed, rolled out for 9-4. Change of plans here, so far not going too well. They've gone against the history at our Premadasa Stadium as well. Two singles to end the 15th. Sri Lanka are 94 for 6. Bangladesh's tour of Sri Lanka ends today. Third T20 International. It's series tied 1-1 for the moment. Mustafizur? Oh, it's not Mustafizur. It's Shoriful. Change of ends. His first spell was from the far end. Picked up the wicket of Kusal Mendis, which started the chaos for Sri Lanka.
You spoke about the Bangladesh tour of Sri Lanka. I think Bangladesh will take a lot of heart out of the way they have played. That first test at goal, I think they dominated Sri Lanka. They were in front. And even in the ODI series, they fought really hard. That second ODI to beat Sri Lanka. And they drew level and then lost the third game badly. But here again, after being defeated quite comprehensively in the first game, to come back and win by 83 runs shows a lot of credit and heart on the part of the Bangladesh side. So a lot of credit to them.
Three fielders in the deep on the leg side for Dasun Shanaka. Third man in the deep point. Got down the gap, has he? That's the one. Bangladesh believe. You can see the energy, you can see the fielders. The speed across the grass.
This is where Dasun Shanaka needs to show leadership. He's in the side for his experience. 9 of 10, he hasn't really opened up, but he has the capacity, he has the credentials to do that.
Sure has long levers. But in a situation like this, he needs a partnership. He needs Van der Sar as well. to support him do this type of thing, knock into gaps, get the ones, twos. Render says now 6 of 11. Actually, he can't afford that. He's got to try and be at a runner ball. That's how you wrestle back that initiative.
Vanessa's role is very, very clear. It's not about looking for boundaries or sixers. It's about rotating it. Let Dasun Sharnaka, this is from a Sri Lankan point of view, take the maximum amount of balls. That has to be the plan. And as you said, 6 of 11 is not a good return. If they run a ball, would be perfect.
Massive 4 overs for both teams. 142, I think we'll have a game on our hands looking at how the ball's turning. Help on its way, that was poor delivery.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম বাংলাদেশ এবং প্রবাসী ভাইরা এজেন্টের ঝামেলা ছাড়াই আপনি নিজে উইড্রো নিজে ডিপোজিট করতে পারবেন বাজে নাই না এখানে 1 থেকে 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে উইড্রো ডিপোজিট ক্লিয়ার পাবেন এবং নিজেই আইডি খুলতে পারবেন তাই দেরি কেন ফার্স্ট কমেন্টে আমাদের পিন করা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নাম্বার আছে ওখানে যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন এবং আপনি পৃথিবীর যে কোনো কান্ট্রি থেকে আমাদের বাজে নাইনে গেট করতে পারবেন এবং আমাদের রেফার করলে আইডি খুললে আপনি ফার্স্ট ডিপোজিটে 20% বোনাস পেয়ে যাচ্ছেন এবং অল টাইম বোনাস 5% পেয়ে যাচ্ছেন তাই দেরি কেন দ্রুত আমাদের পিন করা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নাম্বারে যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন এবং আপনার অ্যামাউন্ট যত বড় হোক না কেন 1 থেকে 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে আপনি উইথড্র করে নিতে পারেন বিকাশ নগদ রকেট এবং ব্যাংক অ্যাকাউন্টের মাধ্যমে করে নিতে পারবেন
Look at where Zahir Ali is as well. He's in on the one. A slightly attacking mindset from Nitin Kumar Das, which is also helping Bangladesh push at the moment. Who's been most expensive of the bowlers, comes in as well, the 2 fast bowlers. 4 overs remaining, Mustafizur has 2, there's enough from the spinners remaining. I say that Rishad has 1, Patwari has 2. He can go anywhere he wishes to those options, Litton. That was quick, really well bowled. 101 for 6.
Last 4 overs of the innings coming up. Mustafizur Rahman. It's going to be a very, very crucial time for both the teams. Sri Lanka desperately in search of a good finish. Need to step on the gas. Bangladesh would dearly love a wicket, break this partnership. It's been a tussle right from the word go. Bangladesh dominating so far, checking the run rate to just 6.25. If someone can surprise the batters, it is this man.
How often do we see in the 17th over of innings, fielding style as a sleeping place? That's how well Bangladesh have dominated this game. On the other hand, Sri Lanka will be hoping that Dasun Sharnaka bats out the remaining overs. Score around 140 at least for the bowlers to come and do their job later on. It's one of those pitches isn't that easy straight away for a batter. For the word go to be attacking mindset. That's something that the players back in the dugout will be having chat as well. But overall, taking nothing away from the Bangladesh side.
And also, I was just watching Nitin Kumar Das just prior to that ball being bowled. The manner in which he's marshaled his troops today has been exemplary. He's read the game well. He's realized that they need. Look at that little fine-tuning. He keeps on doing virtually every delivery. Sent fielded at deep third. With a boundary, there's a deep fine leg. Was Shariful. That's another good bounce. So there's an appeal. Not full-throated, I think. Not quite sure. He's asking around.
He's confident. He's waiting for someone to give him his confidence to go upstairs. But yeah, at the last 3 seconds, he goes upstairs to Lincoln Hall.
In young by the director, we have a player review for caught behind. Non-field decision, not out. Hit the feet, it's a fair delivery. It's not fantastic. Is it coming up? Hit. Here's a pass. That, give me the authenticity to confirm whether there's any battling or. Okay. Hold it. Hold it pass. Keep going. Yeah, it's a flat line and the ball passes the back. Confirm no bat involved. Give me the on-field umpire, Ravi. Stay with your original decision or not out. I will let you know when you're on screen. Stand by. You're on screen, Ravi. You can make a signal.
Yeah, that was a review taken. I think T20I Dash himself was not sure. Then he asked a couple of the other fielders. No one seemed to be sure. But they said, we've got two, so why not try and use one? Maybe there will be a little bit of a flicker on that ultra edge. Not there.
Just on Litton Kumar Das, ever since he got dropped for the second and third ODI, and also failed in the Pallakeli first T20. Look, the sun is different now. The way he batted up in Dambulla, the way he led this side, and even today has marshaled his troops really well. And getting Sheikh Mehdi into this side in place of Mendes and Viraj, you mentioned about a lot of eyebrows being raised in and around the Bangladesh setup. And that, I think, would have been a big call by the captain himself.
And what a call. What a return this man has given Bangladesh. Scored his best figures. T20 International slip in position. Oh, now, how about it? Down the throw. That's the one. He set him up so very nicely, enticed him to go for an attacking shot, and it was really a simple catch taken. Another one bites the dust.
We don't see much often in T20 cricket, the 17th over, slip in place, and 5 fielders in the circle. That is so good captaincy and excellent bowling by Mustafiz. Slow ball into the pitch, enough grip, enough bounce. The Fox, Jeff Rivanda say, he's gone for 7. Sri Lanka in trouble. 103 for 7.
The domination of Bangladeshi bowlers continues here at the Premadasa Stadium in Colombo. In the final game, Mahesh Theeksana is in. Ashit Chanaka, Rashad, the new over, he tries to sweep, not very confidently.
Jeff Rivanda say he was tempted because mid-on, both are in the circle. Nowhere near the middle of the bat. And that was a dolly to Tanzim Hassan Shakib. Excellent out by Bangladesh. Mustafiz using all his experience, his guile. Excellent.
Oh, now, that was unusual looking shot. The little swivel round didn't go full swing at that one.
Was that a sweep pull? Was trying to sweep the ball, went for a shot, and all of a sudden went for a full shot. But in the end, managed to get a single.
prediction at number 9. Not as promising when it comes to the average, but Sri Lanka will be hoping the next 16 over or so he hangs around, gives support to Dasun Shanaka, and hope that Dasun Shanaka can hit a couple of lusty goals and try and get them to 135, 140.
Oh, another beauty. Just pitching outside the line of off stump, getting that purchase and evading the bat. They're all uncomfortable in the middle, and the spectators here.
Little Kumar still on the attack with a slip in place. Oh, that turned mile. Oh, beauty. This is excellent stuff by Rishad Hussain. Into his last over. No wickets to show, but he has bowled so well.
Yeah, he's complimented his partners at the other end with accurate bowling like this. Just going at 5.18. Kept the pressure up, allowed the other bowlers to reap benefits. And another dot ball, it continues. And the misery continues for Sri Lanka. They have not really been able to just get themselves out of this problem that came early in the innings. The repetition of what happened in the previous game. Just scampering through for a single to finish the 18th over. It's 105 for 7. Well, it was the Sanka and the five partnerships first, but he kept on losing his partners, and now Shanaka was trying to create a bit of partnership only with Kamandi Mendes. He scored. Was trying to create a bit of partnership only with Kamandi Mendes. He scored. The partnership put on 22, but it's never been enough from the Sri Lankan perspective. Mustafizur Rahman into his fourth and final over.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম। বাংলাদেশ এবং প্রবাসী ভাইরা, এজেন্টের ঝামেলা ছাড়াই আপনি নিজে উইথড্র নিজে ডিপোজিট করতে পারবেন বাজে নাইনে। এখানে 1 থেকে 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে উইথড্র ডিপোজিট ক্লিয়ার পাবেন এবং নিজেই আইডি খুলতে পারবেন। দেরি কেন, ফার্স্ট কমেন্টে আমাদের পিন করা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নাম্বারটা আছে, ওখানে যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন। আপনি পৃথিবীর যে কোনো কান্ট্রি থেকে আমাদের বাজে নাইনে বেট করতে পারবেন এবং আমাদের রেফার করলে আইডি খুললে আপনি ফার্স্ট ডিপোজিটে 20% বোনাস পেয়ে যাচ্ছেন এবং অল টাইম বোনাস 5% পেয়ে যাচ্ছেন। দেরি কেন, দ্রুত আমাদের পিন করা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নাম্বারে যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন এবং আপনার অ্যামাউন্ট যত বড় হোক না কেন 1 থেকে 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে আপনি উইথড্র করে নিতে পারেন। বিকাশ, নগদ, রকেট এবং ব্যাংক অ্যাকাউন্টের মাধ্যমে করে নিতে পারবেন।
And only given away 41 runs. That's where the game has been turned massively towards Bangladesh. Also the way Vijay Kumar Das handled it, and the spinners, which batsman from the which end. These are little things got to admire.
All over the place, just bouncing in front. Maybe the fielder not quite sure whether it's going to come to him. He just waited. Dr. Ali didn't quite make it.
Let me tell you why Dasun Shanaka came down the track. Was trying to get the ball full as possible to go downtown. With mid-off both in the circle. He's wanting something full to go over the top. With a deep square leg and a deep fine leg, it's quite predictable. The length has to be short.
Well, that's the thing you're talking about. Did it hit the helmet or the back of the bat? Not quite sure.
I think back of the helmet. The Lankan physio Sanjeev Agamagi got to come out. That was flush to the helmet. That was a good bouncer by Fizz. Was quick. Oh yes, was right on the money by Fizz. Into the 19th over. Bangladesh does have a good plan and they're executing it pretty perfectly. With Dasun Shanaka looking for something full, not getting anything full. Rajiv Gamagi, he'll do the concussion test.
Yes, they'll have to go through that, and it was quite a nippy delivery from Mustafizur Rahman. 131 clicks, almost 132. Well, it has been rather disconsolate for Sri Lanka, losing wickets from the very first ball, trying to clip it away after the two boundaries, well taken in the deep, and straight away Shoriful into the action. And the wickets kept on coming out. Half foot forward, and the spinner Shakmal this truck. He's trying to hoik it out of the ground, got a thick part of the bag, and doubled it up. Okay, this was excellent bowling.
Yeah, Tarika Salanka played for the one which she thought going with the arm, turned a little bit. Castle, the top dismissal of Patul Nisanga after scoring 46. Good catch of his own bowling by Shefmedi. Abhinav is trying to break free. Play for the reverse sweep. That got some elevation, would have been a different story. On the last wicket. Trying to go mid-off. Mustafa is using all his experience, putting those cutters into the pitch, counting for his first wicket. Looks like we are good. Mustafa is into the 19th over, is slipping place to Mahesh Dekshana.
Oh, really tied him up. Just an awkward bounce into his body.
Ball played to the rib cage of Mahesh Dekshana. He was surprised with pace and bounce. He did the deck hard. Oh yes. Even before Mahesh Dekshana moved straight to the glove and to the rib cage. The Sri Lankans have to do something brilliant to win this game. The lowest they have defended is 119 up in 2014 against New Zealand in the World Cup up in Bangladesh. If they could come up with something brilliant in this series 2-1.
Bangladesh have got to keep on exerting the pressure continuously. Not allow them to do that. Once again, maybe not as well timed, but precious runs here for the taking. A couple of them.
Yeah, for Bangladesh, history can be created, isn't it? First time winning a bilateral series against Sri Lanka. Where things are going at the moment, they will be firm favourite as far as I'm concerned. But in this pitch, sort of bit that they are playing on, anything is possible. That's what I'm pretty sure Sri Lankans will be having a chat in the dugout as well as during the break. Coach Jayasuri will be saying. But on the other hand, with Bangladesh coming into bat, if they have a first good power play in the 6 overs, I reckon just a matter of time.
Yeah, and what Bangladesh have done is replicated what they did in Dambulla when they had Sri Lanka. Presswater Border did not allow them to come out of the control they had. And they've done a similar kind of thing here. Once again, this time, but another run finished that over. Just the 5 runs from the 19th, 110 for 7. Well, that Manhattan has never had big buildings on that. First one and then another one. Not enough from the Sri Lankan perspective. Bangladesh have had a tight leash on proceedings. They have absolute control right from the word go. Into the last over, it's going to be Shoriful Islam. Oh, it's a pitch just over. Going to be someone going across and it's making sure it's not more than 1 run. Good thinking on the part of Shoriful.
A good thing on the part of Sri Lanka as well, with Asul Shanaga retaining his strike. Easily could have gone for the second run. I think this is the right move. 5 balls remaining.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম বাংলাদেশ এবং প্রবাসী ভাইরা, এজেন্টের ঝামেলা ছাড়াই আপনি নিজে উইড্রো নিজে ডিপোজিট করতে পারবেন বাজে নাই। এখানে 1 থেকে 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে উইড্রো ডিপোজিট ক্লিয়ার পাবেন এবং নিজেই আইডি খুলতে পারবেন। তাই দেরি কেন, ফার্স্ট কমেন্টে আমাদের পিন করা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নাম্বারটা আছে, ওখানে যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন। আপনি পৃথিবীর যে কোনো কান্ট্রি থেকে আমাদের বাজে নাইনে বেট করতে পারবেন এবং আমাদের রেফার করলে আইডি খুললে আপনি ফার্স্ট ডিপোজিটে 20% বোনাস পেয়ে যাচ্ছেন এবং অল টাইম বোনাস 5% পেয়ে যাচ্ছেন। তাই দেরি কেন, দ্রুত আমাদের পিন করা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নাম্বারে যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন এবং আপনার অ্যামাউন্ট যত বড় হোক না কেন 1 থেকে 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে আপনি উইথড্র করে নিতে পারেন। বিকাশ, নগদ, রকেট এবং ব্যাংক অ্যাকাউন্টের মাধ্যমে করে নিতে পারবেন।
And that's what he has achieved. Short, wide, and it got punished.
sitting deep in his crease, expecting a slow ball bouncer. I thought Dasun Chanaka brings in the boundary after 21 deliveries. Almost foxed him with the slow ball. But what Dasun Chanaka did really well, he was holding his pose, keeping a good pace. It's all about having a good pace, batting in the death overs, opening up the offside on the outside. And Dasun Chanaka, he can do it.
And Shariful has got to stay calm. He cannot afford that boundary to affect some disciplined bowling that he has shown. Might have been more expensive than the others. Started off with the first wicket. He'd love to finish his quarter of overs and the innings with another wicket. Some cheer in the crowd now. Oh, pick that up, and it's going many am I. That is a superlative strike, just in the nick of time.
Into the second tier. All four fielders in the leg side, saving the boundary. And that cleared pretty easily. Length delivery, a slow ball, did not grip, it just skid onto the bat. And that was a good hit, especially again, it's about the base. We all know Dasun Chanaka quite strong, he can hit the long ball. In this kind of a surface, you need a batter spending some time in the middle. And when he does that, when he hits it, it stays it. Change the angle again by Shariful Islam, coming over the wicket now. And the two fielders was behind square in the leg side, comes into the circle. And two more fielders are from the outside. The off stump has gone through the boundary.
Crucial runs, cheeky, another 4 runs. This is excellent from Chanaka. He's taken a chance and he's really forced the bowler to bowl all over the place.
Yeah, very good by Dasun Chanaka. Short third batting place. He probably wanted initially to go over short fine leg. And he realized the ball was way outside the off stump and scoops it over. Excellent. It's not all about hammer on tongue as is Dasun Chanaka. It's about being cheeky, being smart, identifying boundary areas. This is exactly what Sri Lanka needed to change the momentum going into the break.
Just going to be a wide, I think. They're trying to bowl it away. And it's been given as a wide. Touch and go on that occasion. From a 16-run over already. And this is the highest runs in this inning so far for Sri Lanka in and over.
Close call. I thought Ruchira Pandey got it right. If Dasun Chanaka...
আসসালামু আলাইকুম। বাংলাদেশ এবং প্রবাসী ভাইরা, এজেন্টের ঝামেলা ছাড়াই আপনি নিজে উইড্রো নিজে ডিপোজিট করতে পারবেন, বাজে নেয় না। এখানে 1 থেকে 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে উইড্রো ডিপোজিট ক্লিয়ার পাবেন এবং নিজেই আইডি খুলতে পারবেন। তাই দেরি কেন, ফার্স্ট কমেন্টে আমাদের পিন করা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নাম্বারটা আছে, ওখানে আপনি যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন এবং আপনি পৃথিবীর যে কোনো কান্ট্রি থেকে আমাদের বাজে নেয় গেট করতে পারবেন এবং আমাদের রেফার করলে আইডি খুললে আপনি ফার্স্ট ডিপোজিটে 20% বোনাস পেয়ে যাচ্ছেন এবং অল টাইম বোনাস 5% পেয়ে যাচ্ছেন। তাই দেরি কেন, দ্রুত আমাদের পিন করা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নাম্বারে যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন এবং আপনার অ্যামাউন্ট যত বড় হোক না কেন 1 থেকে 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে আপনি উইথড্র করে নিতে পারেন। বিকাশ, নগদ, রকেট এবং ব্যাংক অ্যাকাউন্টের মাধ্যমে করে নিতে পারবেন।
That's out of the stadium. 102-meter monster by Dasun Chanaka, and this was a nothing delivery by Shariful Islam. Neither it was a slow ball bouncer, neither it was based on Nigisova. The first one, all extra cover. Second, over square leg into the second tier. Cheeky over third man, and the best. Oh, that went a long. Out of the stadium it goes.
Right from the time he's given the strike on the first ball, he has been in marauding mood. And what a finish to the Sri Lankan innings. That will lift the spirits. 132 and a delivery to come. Bangladesh will be hoping that they can just check that last ball, get him to maybe get a run or a dot ball. He is under tremendous pressure, Shariful Islam. What can he come up with? Again, that's not given as a wide, and that is over, and that is the end of the innings. 132 for 7 is what Sri Lanka can muster, but what a big over. 22 runs coming off that 20th over.
That was very close to be called a wide. almost similar, but this occasion, Rushiripalu Guruge, the benefit he give it to the bowler. Nevertheless, Dasun Shanaka, exactly what Sri Lanka needed, some sort of emphasis to finish off the innings with some momentum going into the break, which Sri Lanka will be quite happy to end up at 130 for 7, considering the halfway mark. They were close, not even close to getting 130.
It was that big over, last over, 22, might have made the difference. Well, there will be much relief from the situation they were in early on. They're struggling to get the runs, and the Bangladeshi bowlers were really on top. Adun Nisankar promised a lot, and he looked to be really in a controlling mode, in a dominant position, but he went for 46 and then
আসসালামু আলাইকুম। বাংলাদেশ এবং প্রবাসী ভাইরা, এজেন্টের ঝামেলা ছাড়াই আপনি নিজে উইথড্র নিজে ডিপোজিট করতে পারবেন বাজে নাইনে। এখানে 1 থেকে 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে উইথড্র ডিপোজিট ক্লিয়ার পাবেন এবং নিজেই আইডি খুলতে পারবেন। তাই দেরি কেন? ফার্স্ট কমেন্টে আমাদের পিন করা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নাম্বারটা আছে, ওখানে আপনি যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন এবং আপনি পৃথিবীর যে কোনো কান্ট্রি থেকে আমাদের বাজে নাইনে বেট করতে পারবেন এবং আমাদের রেফার করে আইডি খুললে আপনি ফার্স্ট ডিপোজিটে 20% বোনাস পেয়ে যাচ্ছেন এবং অল টাইম বোনাস 5% পেয়ে যাচ্ছেন। তাই দেরি কেন? দ্রুত আমাদের পিন করা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নম্বরে যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন এবং আপনার অ্যামাউন্ট যত বড় হোক না কেন 1 থেকে 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে আপনি উইথড্র করে নিতে পারেন। বিকাশ, নগদ, রকেট এবং ব্যাংক অ্যাকাউন্টের মাধ্যমে করে নিতে পারবেন।
Come back and see how they do in a short while.
Welcome back, and that's what Sri Lanka got. 132 for 7. Dasun Shanaka towards the end, making a very useful 35 of 25, including those 22 runs in the last over. Batam Nisaka, the top scorer. Kamidu Mendis, the other batter that got into double figures. So 132 for 7 is what Sri Lanka ended up with. And this is a wonderful performance by Bangladeshi bowlers. Look at Mehdi, 4 for 11, including 17 dots. 1 for 10 for Shami, Mustafiz 1 for 17, but Shariful has gone for 50 runs in his 4 overs.
Well, it was a promising start made by Nissanka in the first over. Found a couple of boundaries and gave you the feeling that it's a very good pitch. But once the open partnership was broken, then it was a struggle. Every time Sri Lankan middle order has been exposed quickly into the crease, well, they've got nothing to show for. Wickets kept on tumbling, few chances were missed by the Bangladeshis, but in the end, they should be happy with their effort of restricting Sri Lanka with 132, a loss of 7 in 20 overs. But how about this inspiring inclusion into the side, the off-spinner, Maidi Sheikh. Phenomenal effort from him.
Well, I'll tell you what, the off-spinner was outstanding. He bowled some brilliant stuff. Hatum Nissanka tried hard, but I like this bowler. Prashad is really good, but Hatum Nissanka was looking to take the bowlers on, but that was a soft dismissal. Was hitting down his throat. Dasun Shanaka came in, attempted a few sweeps. And well, Kamidu Mendis joined the fun. And then, sharp catch. For Bangladesh, everything that they did was showing them results, including wickets. Then Jeffrey Van Der Sey looking to go over the top. But this was the time that Dasun Shanaka joined the fun. Played some wonderful shots off his hips. Great improvisation. A monster of a 6. And 22 in all in that over.
He's a different batter when he's looking to score runs and find boundaries. Well, that's what Bangladesh need. 133 runs of 20 overs. Play sensibly, shouldn't be a problem. Final words from the captain. Now we've got runs on the board. Bowlers, you have to come to the fore to compensate our batsman's failure in this important game.
Well, if Sri Lanka is able to win this game, which is still a very long way from that, this would be the lowest score that they have ever defended. At this venue, the previous was 139 versus Pakistan, and that was some time ago. That was in 2012. So it's a tall order, I'll tell you. And they'll have to really bowl well. But having said that, Amir, just what are your thoughts about the surface? It wasn't the easiest surface to bat on. There was some turn. The ball was actually not coming on. I also thought that the bounce was a little bit variable. What did you take on surface?
Yeah, it is challenging the batters. When it comes to pace, the batsmen are comfortable, but spinners, they have asked too many questions. And these two batters, they should enjoy facing the fast bowlers rather than the spinners, because both of them, they come out with an aggressive mindset. Love to talk the ball.
Well, this is Pervez Hossain Imon. The average is under 20, but the strike rate is good, 131. That's a good strike rate for him. Partner. Once it hasn't come in, that average is closing in on that 25. Strike rate close to 130. That's quite decent for two openers. One over 130 and one close to 130. So they are quick scoring batters. Nuwan Tushara has got 28 wickets, good economy, 2 4-wicket hauls, a best of 5 for 20.
Yeah, after the first game, both these openers, they are very still in the crease, and they want the slinger to bring the ball back into them. And I think it'll be a good idea, and he'll be better served if he takes the ball away from the left-handers. The countdown.
Right, let's play. And it is Nuwan Tushara. He will generally look to pitch the ball up, and he brings it back into the left-hander. Here's the first ball. It's a big first delivery. And straight away on the pads. And given. That is massive. Umpire Ravindra Vimarsani took his time. Well, they're going to have a word. He's wondering whether there was an inside edge. They're having a word. Yes, he's asked for it.
To the umpire, to director, we have a fair review for ABW. The on-field decision is out. I checked the field. It's a fair delivery. He started front on spin. Conspiration coming up. He appears to pass close to the bat. Any outrage please to confirm whether there is any batting ball. It's coming up. Rolling. Keep rolling up to the pad, please. Yeah. The flat line when the ball passes the bat. Confirm no batting ball. Ball tracking when it's ready, please. Ball tracking coming up. The orange edition is out. In line, in line, and because umpire's call, legal on film, Ravi, you can stay with your original decision of out. We'll let you know when you're on screen now. You can make the signal. Ravi, you can make the signal.
Well, it was a big first ball, and Nuwan Tushara strikes goal for Sri Lanka.
Yeah, what a start. The crowd was right behind Nuwan Tushara. And what a delivery he produced first up. Removed the danger man. No contribution. It's 0 for 1 Bangladesh.
Well, just the start Sri Lanka wanted. And they're defending a small score, 132 for 7. Litton Das, he was in very good form in that last game. With most of the opportunities. Good strike rate. But he's in. With Nuwan Tushara having his tail up with the wicket of the very first ball.
Hear the crowd. Chant his name. Tushara, do it for us.
A little bit too straight, I thought. I loved Litton to just work it away on the leg side, but you could understand what Nuwan Tushara is looking to do here. I mean, going full and striking that pad.
Yeah, completely played the wrong line. He was anticipating a ball, bending back, and he was ready for it, but wasn't able to keep the bat close to the pad. He was beaten comprehensively. And look at the smiles. Suddenly started to feel, yes, we can defend this.
Not there. That's not the line to bowl. Litton Das will get it away. And that's 4. Nicely done. That will make him feel good. That's not the line to bowl, but he won't be complaining.
But you have to give credit to Litton Das. Not afraid to use his feet. Didn't try to overhit the ball. Just use the angle. Roll of the wrist. He has become busy. Vikram Das, 6 of 2.
Two very good shots. The previous one, the same line, just playing it a little bit straighter, this time going square. Good results for him. Bangladesh 6 for 1. Liton has got all 6. That's the line. That's where he should be bowling. And what a start he's had. What a wicket on the very first delivery. That's what Sri Lanka was after.
Look at the reaction of the bowler. Didn't I tell you, I can do it. Here you go. That was the start. Captain you were looking for, you got it.
Yep, perfect. You've got a Sri Lankan fan. Slip in, short fine leg. Oh, that time of a leading edge. They'll get a couple. Again, you could see where Liton Das was looking to play it. He was looking to play it away on the onside. It was that movement, with that lower arm that he gets.
Shut the face of the bat a bit too early. But still good enough for a couple of runs. Runs at a premium here, without any doubt. Especially when you're looking to chase down a small total and there is a setback for you as a batting side.
He finishes the first over, conceding 8 runs and getting a wicket. Bangladesh 8 for 1. I can tell you what, those strike rates are quite decent. Maybe Hassan is under 100, but just look at almost everybody over 125. In Mornet striking at 130. Liton Das has got over 100 scalps, 100 games, I must say. Binura Fernando. It's 23 games because he was plagued a lot by injury. It's just now that he's been able to play regularly.
Now Fernando has to beat the drums. He has to.
And generally bowls back off a length. Now what about that? Good backing up. Dropped and ran with it. Chandimal. And Sri Lanka needs to be sharp on the field. Every half chance matters here. As you said, Amir, when you're defending a small score, that's Chandimal. The batter is well in. But it's a good effort.
There seems like a definitive plan by the Bangladeshi batters. Somebody must have told them there is no point playing from the crease. If you want to negate any deviation of the surface, you need to use your feet. Both the batsmen are looking to do so.
Well, this power play is so vital. That's vital for both sides, I must say. Missed the call. This is good bowling. This is Fernando's strength. He generally bowls back of a length, bowls into the pitch. And we showed you Bangladesh's performances. These are Sri Lanka's bowling options. 61 wickets, Umesh Deekshel, that's the best. One Fernando and Nuan Sharma and Binura Fernando. Umesh Deekshel of Anderson. He played many games. Hassan Shanak has 34 wickets.
Quite fancy. Couple of overs on a pitch like this. We saw the off spinners getting a lot of purchase from this surface.
Well, Binura Fernando had a good return in that last game. Had 3 wickets, bowled well. created opportunities for the Sri Lankans before Bangladesh took that game away from them. Short 13 and short fine leg. He's been good. He's been very good with his line and length. He's always been that. He's useful with the new ball. Offers a lot of options. This is that last game. Found movement early on with a bit of bounce. Pace off, that's another part of his armory. And again, he gets a lot of pace off. That's a very good reception. With hardly any change in his action. He's a tall lad. Hits the deck. Bowls into the pitch. Surprises you with a bit of pace as well. And so far, he gets a lot of bounce. Of course, he stands 6 feet 7, so he's a tall lad. Now how close he is! Guru thinks it out. Litton Das is a bit surprised. Let's see whether he'll refer it.
Yeah, hit him on the full. And he was moving towards the off stump.
TV umpire director, we have a clear review for LBW. The off-field decision is out. I check the field, it's a fair delivery. Start the front of position. Okay. Yes, Sukas. You have a front run on this, or this is the best angle? Okay. Give me umpires, please. I need to confirm whether there's any back in.
The question will be...
Roll back, please. Hemant, please. Hold that. Yeah.
Where did it pitch? Where did it hit actually? That's the question.
Still waiting, guys, for Reg. Stand by, stand by.
Anxious wait.
Okay, it's coming up. You could roll it, please. Yeah, we have gap between head and ball, so it's confirmed no backing ball. Roll it up to the pads, please. Yeah. Okay, confirm there's no backing ball. Give me a ball tracking, please. Give me ball tracking. Ball tracking coming up. Open decision is out. This is outside the leg stump. Give me the outfield umpire, please, Ruchi. Outside the leg stump. Recommend you change your decision from.
Well, that was the only doubt as far as I was concerned, whether he pitched outside the leg stump. That's a good review.
Now, the umpire thought that the ball hit front pad on the full. And that's why he made that decision. Brave.
What a moment it would have been in the game. Litton Das, the captain, looking very good touch in that second game. Bangladesh players and hands would have had their hearts in their mouths. It was such a close call. Well goal. Wants a single, he runs with it. But a very fine over from Binura Fernandez. Just 2 runs of it. 10 for 1. Imon has been struggling at the top. Nuwan Tushara has had his number. Out for naught here. Dismissed even before because he was not been comfortable against the delivery that comes back into the left-hander. Here too, hitting the pad. But Litton Das. Short ball. Finds the fielder. For a moment I thought he got it in front. Timing was good.
Not a bad idea from the right-arm fast bowler on Tushara. The previous over, Litton Das was jumping out of the crease to negate that away swing. Tested him with a bouncer, but Litton Das was ready. A good contest going out there in the middle.
The Thamsit, interestingly, has been off strike, just placed one delivery. Shah will look to bowl full and swing it back. This is sensible. You could see him playing it with a full face and also looking to get forward with Tushara pitching the ball up, swinging it back.
Yeah, you got to plug those in. Yeah, you have to force the batsman into taking chances. You have to go top deliveries consistently to bring any sort of pressure on the batters. We haven't seen plenty of movement in the air so far.
Who is the call? They're comfortable. This is good running, very good running. I can tell you that Imon has been having these problems against Nuwan Tushara. With the second T20I, ball swinging back, very similar. And this time it finds the pad. The previous ball, if you look at it, almost similar lines and lengths.
Now when, as a batter, you look to play the ball straight, if your back leg is showing, not a good technique. Both the occasions he played the wrong line.
Yeah, and also that front foot. Hardly moving. Das is finding it easy against Nuwan Tushara. He hasn't found that movement, so anything straight, he's able to work him around on the leg side, just opening up those areas.
Yeah, after Litton Das was able to clip the ball on the onside, the captain made an adjustment. He has given him few fielders on the onside, asking him to bowl wicket to wicket, and it has become very easy for Litton Das to keep on scoring runs at ease. He's better off bowling just outside the off stump to the right hand. I haven't seen that so far.
Going full that time. Overpitched. This is a cautious start, but a useful start for Bangladesh, the second wicket partnership. And not taking chances despite being in the power plays. They're just looking to knock it around. Looking to play risk-free cricket here.
Yeah, they know a couple of good partnerships can get them over the line. But that's why restraining themselves into playing those expensive strokes. Weighted approach is required, and that's what we see from the Bangladeshi batters.
That's a man. Not where he wanted it to go. He was aiming over third, but doesn't matter. He gets a boundary. It's a good way to finish the over. 10 runs off it. 20 for 1. Well, at the corresponding stage, Sri Lanka 8 runs ahead, but had lost a wicket more than what Bangladesh has lost at this stage. 133 is what Bangladesh is after. Not at all frightening.
Now this is make or break for Sri Lanka. Their premier bowler in Dikshana has been introduced into the attack. He has to break through. This is excellent. Excellent running from the captain, Little Das.
Well, Noam Tushara was going short that last delivery. Little Das looking to play the ramp. Just getting it a bit late, but did well to get his bat. And all he needed was a little touch.
He backed away from the leg stump. Left quite a few options open for himself. Initially, he was looking to dunk the ball over extra cover, realized the length was too short, and he was ready to improvise. So far, so good for Bangladesh.
Oh, what a shot! What a shot! It's gone all the way for 6. It never looked like a 6, but the timing.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম বাংলাদেশ এবং প্রবাসী ভাইরা, এজেন্টের ঝামেলা ছাড়াই আপনি নিজে উইথড্র নিজে ডিপোজিট করতে পারবেন বাজে নাই। এখানে 1 থেকে 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে উইথড্র ডিপোজিট ক্লিয়ার পাবেন এবং নিজেই আইডি খুলতে পারবেন। তাই দেরি কেন, ফার্স্ট কমেন্টে আমাদের পিন করা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নাম্বার আছে, ওখানে যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন এবং আপনি পৃথিবীর যে কোনো কান্ট্রি থেকে আমাদের বাজি নাইনে বেট করতে পারবেন এবং আমাদের রেফার করে দিয়ে আইডি খুললে আপনি ফার্স্ট ডিপোজিটে 20% বোনাস পেয়ে যাচ্ছেন এবং অল টাইম বোনাস 5% পেয়ে যাচ্ছেন। তাই দেরি কেন, দ্রুত আমাদের পিন করা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নাম্বারে যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন এবং আপনার অ্যামাউন্ট যত বড় হোক না কেন 1 থেকে 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে আপনি উইথড্র করে নিতে পারেন। বিকাশ, নগদ, রকেট এবং ব্যাংক অ্যাকাউন্টের মাধ্যমে করে নিতে পারবেন।
Never looked like a 6, but just look at this. Just a push, a firm push, timing, and all elegance, beautifully done. Well bowled. That's the angle. Going wide of the crease, he was half-minded to work it away on the onside, but that came in a little bit and also a bit quicker.
You're right, it was quicker. Otherwise, the left-hander was going to hit the ball over mid-wicket. Realized the length wasn't there, trajectory is low. Now show some respect. Very eager on these flight deliveries. Send them towards the boundary line.
Well, this is a very good approach by Bangladesh. They are not taking any chances. All the shots, all the runs we've seen has been very safe. Either working it on the leg side or chipping it over the top or finding those areas. This is clever batting.
Yeah, Little Das has to be sensible here. Already 9 runs score. No need for heroics. Yeah, good. Are they going for the second? Could have been suicidal. 4 overs done, 30 for 1, Bangladesh.
Well, that's not looking good at the moment. That is not what Sri Lanka would want at this stage. Mahesh Dixon seemed to be in some trouble. He was sliding to try and stop it. I hope he's all right.
That's not a side that's going to be something that will worry the Sri Lankans. Mahesh Dixana, who you'd want to be part of the bowling attack. This is what happened. Just run taken quickly. Was just coming onto it, slid, did pick it up, but while trying to throw it, maybe just twisted something. Hope it's nothing serious. Russell seemed to have jawed his knee into the ground. It's painful.
Up and running he is now. That's good signs for Sri Lanka. They need their big players to stand up. 133 in these conditions of how this pitch is playing. I believe it's challenging, but you need things to go your way as a fielding unit. Got that wicket early, but since then it's been a wonderful partnership. No risks taken, just good shots. Litton Das seems to be in his own world, not fazed by anything around him.
Ball meets the ball and just a single. The Bangladeshis have the luxury, Russell, of not looking at a big target. They've got a good start, so they can be selective with the shots they play.
Yes, that's why you need runs on the board. Sri Lanka probably 15 to 20 runs short of pushing Bangladesh in that aspect. So where some panic can come in is if a couple of wickets fall, loose shots, but he's playing a very different innings. Tanzil Tamim is just knocking it around. He's looked as solid as ever. Run rate very much under control.
That's the manner in which he plays. Even that little shuffle. He has caught the eye of Binura and he's trying to angle the ball and bowl it a little straighter.
They had to fight back, show a lot of resilience. The captain had failed in the first game. He started very slowly. Bangladesh got to 100 in the 14th over. But Litton Das was there. Now and again dealt a few punches. 76 runs he made, which gave Bangladesh a score. Sri Lanka just couldn't get near.
Yeah, I think just think back to that innings. He had a couple of good fortune in catches not been taken and a stumping missed, but he did take advantage of that.
His second highest score, highest 83 in Chattogram. Look, where will we be in life without luck?
Absolutely.
Put it in any way, luck, or you create your opportunities, whatever it may be, blessings.
We all talk about luck, and I think Sri Lanka needs a little luck now to go their way. But the manner in which these two are playing are really, it's encouraging from the Bangladeshi perspective. An early fall of wicket did not really fluster them. They've taken the ball, played the ball to its merit, be sensible with the run getting.
Into the 5th over. Couple from Tushara, so Sri Lanka is not going to bring it back right now. Pedro Fernando bowling his second. So where does he go for wickets? Deekshan has gone for 10. And says the other option. So what Sri Lanka will be thinking is try and get through the next 8 balls without conceding too many runs, so that he has runs in the tank. He uses his spinners in tandem once the field can be spread.
Down the wicket, he's not going to shy away now. That was a touch risky. Maybe a foot forward, could have been a catch, but good work. Taking it on the bounce. It seemed to be going away from the fielder.
Had to get his timing right, and then he got across with his outfield fast. It just kicked past him, but Sri Lanka did well. Actually, he gets it as he passes him. Want the bowlers to dictate terms. Tanzil.
It's just a matter of a D and an M. That's just all. Backs away. Bowler follows his civil run. Now, just over. Tantalizingly close. Hands on heads. But Bangladesh have got a maximum to finish the 5th over. The race on to 40 for 1. Sri Lanka never really recovered from those early wickets. 5 overs, 3 wickets down. Bangladesh way ahead, particularly because of shots like this.
Picked it up, that's a big hit. Tremendous it was for long periods. Everyone thought that he'd be getting it. Just sailed over Shamim.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম। বাংলাদেশ এবং প্রবাসী ভাইরা, এজেন্টের ঝামেলা ছাড়াই আপনি নিজে উইথড্র নিজে ডিপোজিট করতে পারবেন বাজে নাই না। এখানে 1 থেকে 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে উইথড্র ডিপোজিট ক্লিয়ার পাবেন এবং নিজেই আইডি খুলতে পারবেন। তাই দেরি কেন? ফার্স্ট কমেন্টে আমাদের পিন করা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নাম্বারটা আছে, ওখানে আপনি যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন। আপনি পৃথিবীর যে কোনো কান্ট্রি থেকে আমাদের বাজে নাইনে বেট করতে পারবেন এবং আমাদের রেফার করে আইডি খুললে আপনি ফার্স্ট ডিপোজিটিভে 20% বোনাস পেয়ে যাচ্ছেন এবং অল টাইম বোনাস 5% পেয়ে যাচ্ছেন। তাই দেরি কেন? দ্রুত আমাদের পিন করা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নাম্বারে যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন এবং আপনার অ্যামাউন্ট যত বড় হোক না কেন 1 থেকে 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে আপনি উইথড্র করে নিতে পারেন। বিকাশ, নগদ, রকেট এবং ব্যাংক অ্যাকাউন্টের মাধ্যমে করে নিতে পারবেন।
Playing it smart. Big areas, I tell you, it's a big boundary here. Knock it into gaps, keep running those twos, get closer to that target. Bangladesh have never won a T20 series against Sri Lanka.
It's always the first time.
Of course. And here they have a wonderful chance. They've done lots of things right. Lost the first one badly. And just come back in the second and doing lots of things right. His third. In single with the shot. Now, crowds have been brilliant, right? Well, behind every ball, knowledgeable crowd, enjoying every moment of it. You think R. Premadasa Stadium is where it's cricket, white ball cricket, one-day cricket, T20 cricket. But would it surprise you if I tell you that Sri Lanka's win percentage here down at 25% compared to the other venues in Sri Lanka, where it's 50 plus?
Does this format or all formats?
This format. Because in the past, proudly say this is the Lions then.
Well, unfortunately, it will take quite a massive effort to bring that name to bear, and either way it was as a venue, proud Sri Lankan flag flying, but I agree. Particularly, I feel sorry for the crowd. We come in with huge expectations, hoping that Sri Lanka will bounce back after that battle. That's it. Too quickly, a fumble allows the single to be taken. The last thing Sri Lanka won are fumbles in the field.
Well, they're loving it, the crowd, I'll tell you, because just before the innings finished, I went down there, just spoken. It's always wonderful to play in front of the Sri Lankan fans, the popular bands that are in. And that's the time Shanaka took off as well. They were all into it. But right now, this partnership, quietly been down.
Just the manner in which these two are getting their runs, just playing down the ground, getting the singles on a regular basis. 7 run over, 6 done, 47 for 1. Sri Lanka again in 2018, drawn in 2017, but Sri Lanka have dominated. This is the time for Bangladesh to put up their hand and create some kind of history.
Well, for the second time this series, a similar delivery. Got him on out the first ball of the innings. From then on, the captains led from the front. Then on, the captains led from the front. Tanzit. Played smart as well.
Kishore has definitely much more proactive in his approach than his captain, who's been very, very sedate in the sense that he's prepared to bide his time.
Yep, power play done. The field has been spread and hence pinned.
Wow! Now, fielder is looking at it. All he can do is see it sail over his head. That was a fantastic strike by the young man. That's it.
Oh, wonderful hit. Effortless. It goes a long way. And tactical is so good too, because Asalanka is probably one of the lesser bowlers in the Sri Lankan lineup. So if you allow him to get away with a few overs, you're inviting trouble. I'll put him under pressure, says Tamim. Goes so good.
It was in his arm. Now it's spotted. That's what brave of the bowler, I thought, after being clouted for a maximum.
Well, he's got to think wicket, Shami. There's no way is he going to survive bowling dots. And if you look thinking wickets, he's got to throw it up slightly and try and get that ball to turn.
There he goes again. Once again, it's the same result. It's a massive one. It's taken in the deep, but it's not going to count because it's one of the groundspersons. Oh, he's on the charges. That's it.
Again, how far does this go? And look how easy it is. Tanzit Tamim using long levers and putting the Sri Lankan captain under pressure. Now the ball, unless Asalanka can turn one, is going to be at the mercy of Tanzit.
There's just a little tuck around the corner. Quickly through the first run. Good call. Good response from his partner Lithan. And worries in the face of Sanat Jayasuriya. With Bangladesh are looking to get to the target very quickly.
Take Mahdi Hassan, Rashad Hussain. They got plenty turn. Deekshana was played easy. Now Asalanka, ball's just sliding on. Reminder, Sri Lanka won the toss up to bat first. They wanted to chase in the first two T20 internationals. Yeah, it was different, even though history said teams chasing had the better of the results.
That's what surprised me actually. Stats indicated that it would be better to chase, but the decision otherwise was taken and the advantage Bangladesh straight away. You're talking about the amount of turn obtained by the Bangladeshi spinners. Unfortunately, Jared Asalanka has hardly been able to get any grip. Once again, making it very easy for the batters to negotiate. 16 runs of the 7th over, 63 for 1. This is how the third T20 International has panned out here at the Premadasa, 132, thanks to a 22-run last over. And that gives some runs on the board for Sri Lanka, but maybe the manner in which the Bangladeshis are going might not be enough.
70 required. Jeffrey Vander says Sri Lanka's last option available to search for a wicket. 2018 is the last time these two teams played at this venue. Played each other 4 times at the R. Premadasa Stadium. Bangladesh have won 3 of those.
Pick that up. Going to fall safely between those fielders, converging on that. A controlled shot.
Yes, of course. Play the gaps. Big areas in the outfield. It's not about all sixes. The rhythm going, and that's what the two Bangladeshi batsmen have done. Sri Lanka struggled for that matter. Get into a rhythm. Other than Dasun Shanaka in that last over, some massive sixes. Just couldn't find the timing or the balance right to score those runs without taking too much risk.
His problem for Sri Lanka was they kept on losing wickets at regular intervals. These guys have the luxury of a 64-run partnership in big time.
Well, that one turned. That's the first one from a Sri Lankan bowler that I saw grip.
That one went on. That's a good mix. That's what Shami will have to be worried about. Understand that he's in a different frame of mind, looking to go after the bowling. But as I said, all the time in the world, let's play the ball to its better. Oh, he's not going to hang about. Now, how far is this going? And it's going to be another long one. They all watch it sail over. They're here at the Pramadasa. It's raining sixes.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম বাংলাদেশ এবং প্রবাসী ভাইরা, এজেন্টের ঝামেলা ছাড়াই আপনি নিজে উইথড্র নিজে ডিপোজিট করতে পারবেন, বাজে নেয়। এখানে 1 থেকে 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে উইথড্র ডিপোজিট ক্লিয়ার পাবেন এবং নিজেই আইডি খুলতে পারবেন। তাই দেরি কেন, ফার্স্ট কমেন্টে আমাদের পিন করা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নাম্বার আছে, ওখানে যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন এবং আপনি পৃথিবীর যে কোনো কান্ট্রি থেকে আমাদের বাজে নেয় বেট করতে পারবেন এবং আমাদের রেফার করলে আইডি খুললে আপনি ফার্স্ট ডিপোজিটে 20% বোনাস পেয়ে যাচ্ছেন এবং অল টাইম বোনাস 5% পেয়ে যাচ্ছেন। তাই দেরি কেন, দ্রুত আমাদের পিন করা হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নম্বরে যোগাযোগ করতে পারেন এবং আপনার অ্যামাউন্ট যত বড় হোক না কেন 1 থেকে 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে আপনি উইথড্র করে নিতে পারবেন। বিকাশ, নগদ, রকেট এবং ব্যাংক অ্যাকাউন্টের মাধ্যমে করে নিতে পারবেন।
What he's doing is going down the line, either on the offside or on the onside. And he lifts the ball, plays it on the half volley. On the half volley, pick it up, and put it away. The other end, Riton Kumar Das is content to just block the ball. 8 runs from the 8th over, 71 for 1.
Bangladesh in a very solid position here. Now the requirement is very manageable, 5.17, less than a run a ball, 62 of 72. They've all done the hard work. From Das, 30 of 24, Tansik, 40 of 23, he's hit some massive sixes and effortless ones. Right, Kamidu Mendes. He's going to bowl it off spin to the left-hander. Under pressure at the moment, desperately wanting wickets. Not so with a poor delivery, short and wide. Now the partnership of 73 now, Maha of 40, 72 of 48. Now left arm spin. I think what's worrying for Sri Lanka, the fact that this pair have scored runs without a problem, very little risk involved in the run making. So that will encourage the Bangladesh batters. Not great fielding. The last 5 overs, 50 runs tells you a story.
Pin drop could be heard in the crowd. That's how well these two batters entire game Bangladesh have played well. And these two players, what they're doing really well is identifying their roles to each other. This has to be taken, that's Tanzit. Riton Kumar Das quite happy to bat through, try and play the anchor role. Carrying was good form. Straight to square fielder, and from nowhere, delivery on the left side. Riton Kumar Das actually timed it really well. And Kusal Perera took good 2 catches in. Damulla takes another good one.
Well, that's a big wicket for Sri Lanka because they were desperate for one. That was going down the leg side, sweep shot, and Kusal Perera holding on to it. He's disappointed naturally, but Sri Lanka will celebrate. Yes, they will. That's a wicket they were after. Bangladesh lose their second. The skipper, Riton Das, was looking very solid, very assured. Out for 32. Bangladesh in the 9th over, 74 for 2. Another exciting young batter from Bangladesh. That is David Bidoy. At average, he will get better as he plays more. The strike rate is very good, 127. He's in at a very comfortable time. Bangladesh 74 for 2, 59 of 69. Not under pressure. No close catches. Field well spread, so plenty of opportunities for him to knock it around. No real urgency needed at this stage for the Bangladesh batters. Tremendous hitting a wicket.
On turn for coming the last delivery. The wicket-taking delivery was down the leg side. As soon as the ball made it contact with the bat, I thought it was going for a boundary. And Lichon Kumar does, he timed it so well. Don't think Kusal Perran had to move 2-3 feet in the air. I don't think Patil Misant will get into it. Rahul Tridor giving himself room, try and go over extra cover. He sliced it.
Again, I thought that was 4, as you said. That was sliding down the leg side. Got the middle of the bat. Just couldn't miss the fielder. Straight into his hands. It was a good catch as he dived forward. The Mendes hitting a wicket in the over. That's a good return. 5 runs and a wicket. 7-6 for 2. Six for 2, Shamim, Mehdi, Dakhil. And there is, of course, Rishad, Shariful, Mustafiz, Tanzim, and smaller bowlers. Lanka will be hoping for wickets, and they need wickets. And the next big obstacle is Tanzim. 42 of 25, and how good has he looked?
A simple equation for Sri Lanka. They're not going to defend 57 in 66 deliveries. They need to pick up 8 wickets to win this game. As far as Bangladesh are concerned,
6 more. Every time he strikes it, every time he takes that elevation, it's gone the distance. He's a powerful strike, I'll tell you. 48 of 26. And what an innings he's playing here.
wow, what a shot. With the turn and a safe shot in the end. Just want to finish up a point by saying, under this point of view, one of these two batters will be hoping that they'll bat through the innings. One plays the anchor, the other plays the aggressor. It looks like Tanzim will continue to be the aggressive player. Outside edge for the Gogli. And Brinda Fernand, a big dive. He misses it. And with that boundary, brings up the 50 for Tanzim Hassan in just 27 deliveries.
His 5th half century, maybe the first ball shot. But otherwise, he's batted exceptionally well. He's hit 5 sixers and 1 4. Just found that outside edge, played across. That was the wrong one. And what an innings, what an outstanding knock. And they rise to him, they know it's an important innings. And he's played his part.
I didn't read the Googly the last delivery, Tanzim. See, sometimes you deserve a bit of luck when you're playing aggressively in this type of pitch. 46 of 63, Rahul Tridor can afford to take a little time for himself rather than taking any unnecessary risks. Charita Solanko pursuit of a wicket. He gets himself in the zips, hoping that Jeffrey Van der Sar can get some turn on the middle stump or probably mid and leg line.
In the wrong and played off the back foot, kicking the length well. .45 of 62. You can see that the Sri Lankan players are wearing a black armband in case you're wondering why. That's as a mark of respect. A mark of respect for late Mr. Yanagi Janaki and his father, who was sadly passed away last evening. Showing respect to the Sri Lanka team, sharing the grief with their colleague. 13 runs off that over. 89 for 2. Well, 44 runs of 60 balls, that's a walk in the park. As far as Bangladesh is concerned. They've done all the hard work. 132 for 7, the ball turning and bouncing a bit, challenging the batters. The Sri Lankans would have thought they were in with a chance. But Tanzit is completely just dispelled those expectations.
Yeah, from the word go, Tanzit coming. Excellent. That got him going over. So come on. As soon as the ball reaches the eye level, most important. But the best part about his batting, he keeps it really simple. He did through the line with a good base. That was quite sneaky, but he'll take it. So he's got him to a 50. Game series decider. The opening batter batting the way he has done. Just what the Bhutan of Bangladesh would have wanted. Either Imon or Tanzit to give them that start. Imon up in Palakale. That is the most in the series decider. It's Tanzit coming.
And also looking at the way Ridoy is playing, he's playing a very sensible role. He's just made 3, but you see him knocking the ball into gaps. He's getting Tanzit, feeding him the strike. This is the right thing. That was thrown up wide. That was really thrown up wide and full. And hard at it. As you said, Sri Lanka's only hope his wickets, but at this stage, 42 or 57. This really doesn't need to go looking for runs because there are plenty of options, plenty of openings, especially with the required run rate of less than 4.5 runs and over.
Problem for Sri Lanka has been two main spinners, Tikshana and Vandase. Only they have not picked up any because they've gone for 38 runs in their 4 overs. 2 for 17 for Tikshana, 2 for 21 for Vandase. That's exactly what Bangladesh did really well with their spinners. Remember, 10 overs, 41 for 5 wickets with a spin trio. That's the biggest issue that I see, and having the part-time spinners to bowl on shows that confidence level of Charita Sanantal using his main spinners is quite reluctant. Over.
4 runs off it, 93 for 2. Well, wickets for Tusharov, the very first ball, and Kamidu Mendis the other. The rest of the bowlers haven't really been able to make much of an impression. Vindra Fernando has been going at less than 6 runs and over. Sri Lanka went for 16. Tikshana's back. Went for 17 of 2 overs. Sri Lanka will have a few questions to answer here. One of the obvious ones, Maha is considering that, oh, what about this? That's a little bit too casual.
sums up Sri Lanka's day. One Tushara at short mid-wicket, who does not feel in the firing line when the spinners are bowling. He misjudges it totally. Had to get the dive out. You need the fielders in the inner circle, want to put their body in line. One Tushara, as I said, do not feel in the cow point areas, extra cover, short mid-wicket for the spinners. And straight away he's been banished of the short fine leg.
Once he don't strike. Will he find the gap? That's a poor delivery. Obvious. In fact, they'll come for two. This is easy. This is a little bit too easy. So my question to you is, you did the pitch report. And looking at the Premadasa stats, in the last 5 years, team batting second have won 9 out of 11, and it's just twice that the team has batted first and won. So my question to you is, looking at the surface, is it or was it a surface that the winner toss bat surface? I heard you say that there was a little bit of moisture and under the surface. Of course, in hindsight, it confirms it's not, but at that stage, did you think?
I thought the reason why Sri Lanka won the toss and batted was probably not confidence chasing down a score. That's exactly what they did in Pallakeli. They failed. The confidence level would have been low. Yes, when it comes to the stats about team batting second winning games in Kettarama, it shows that team batting second has won more. But on the recent form, Lankan side chasing down a score, don't think they have the confidence, that they don't have the person, unless the top 3 fires. That's the main reason I saw, but I still feel this pitch did have a bit of moisture. That's why with the new ball there was turn. Usually when there is moisture, the tackiness, spinners will get some perches, and that's exactly what Sheikh Mahdi did.
Runs here. They want. Second, in fact, you made the point about Sri Lanka doesn't want to change. In fact, in the last 2 years, Sri Lanka has the second worst win percentage while chasing. Out of the top 10 teams, the worst is Afghanistan. Sri Lanka has an average percentage of just 38. Last ball of the over. A bit too easy for the batters at this stage. Knocking it into gaps, doing it easy. Well done. 99 for 2.
The comparison after 12 overs tells you the story. Bangladesh in absolute control of this match. They have been when they were bowling and when they came into bat. After that initial stutter early on, they've settled down into smoothly going to their target. Lanka not being able to boast enough runs to really put the pressure on the Bangladeshis in the chase has been quite comfortable for them so far.
Yeah, spick and span performance from Bangladesh. Bowling was superb, backed by some good fielding, and then batters doing it easily for them. And that augurs well for Bangladeshi cricket. A series win here will instill plenty of confidence to compete well against Pakistan. It's a drop. Was in the air for a long time. It was Dikshana.
Oh dear, oh dear. The last thing to do, that drop allows the runs to be taken and brings up the 100 for Bangladesh. Of all the effort, it gives the opportunity, has to reach for the ball, toe under it, and oh, that should have been gobbled up. That is a massive drop.
Yeah, he vacillated for a little while, and that cost him. He was undecisive whether to go with the reverse cup. In the end, it was too late. But this was thumped. But some protection for the fielder. There are plenty to think for Sri Lankan coach and the management.
Look at that one. He just overran, then tried to reach out and grab it. Off balance, he might have slipped and lost his balance there. You could see that. Not in control at all. Oops, it's happening over and over again. They're being very, very ordinary in the field. The pressure getting to the Sri Lankan fielders.
Yeah, I'm going to say is much better fielder than that. Yes, it was timed well. And he sets high standards in the field.
Bangladesh should, from here on, just concentrate on just not giving any opportunity. Yeah, just do it in that manner. It's no rush, no hurry. Looking at their first series win in this format against Sri Lanka. Lot to achieve, overseas in particular. They haven't done so very well, and the crowd will be very disappointed, massively disappointed.
Yeah, they'll be over the moon, that's for sure. But Shamim has to stay in the commentary box. I'm talking about Shamim Chaudhry, sir.
It'll be a pleasure. Yes, Bangladesh have had a mixed three-format tour. The first test drawn, and the second test was easily won by the Sri Lankans. They went to a playoff in the ODIs, which was taken by the Sri Lankans. And now the opportunity to finish the tour on a high gives them the positivity.
This is better hit. No chance for the fielder. Great way to finish the over with a 6. Nelson's on the board for the loss of 2 wickets.
Three-format tour, as I was mentioning, drawn first test. Sri Lanka, a very convincing win at the SSC, and there's a SIF. ODI series won by Sri Lanka 2-1, and this looks like it's going to go Bangladesh's way.
Yeah, to be able to get positive results in your favor, you have to play well consistently, not in matches, but how about that? From the middle of the bat.